Hi friends, it's Maria. I am here for 30 Inks 30 Days, September 2025, day 7. Today I'm never sure how to say that, my brother's birthday. How old would he have been this year? Can you do math, Maria? What do you think? Would he have been 46? Yes. He'd have been 46 this year. It's hard. I can't imagine him as a 46-year-old. I mean, perhaps, obviously. But anyway. So, I picked an ink. I don't know if it's one that he would like. I should ask my mom. She'll know. But I picked an ink that reminds me of him. It is Golden Gate Bridge. And the reason that reminds me of my brother is that he was a redhead. I should find you a picture. Here. Let's hold one moment. Okay, I found some pictures. So, here we go. Little boy. Then this is us. I was going to say 2019. Hello. Nope. 1998-ish. And my favorite series of photos. This is in an airport. Little Maria running off the plane, catches sight. Oh, and then runs over to hug little brother. Aw, I'm gonna make myself cry if I'm not careful. Simpler times back then, in the early 80s. So, we're gonna do Golden Gate, which you have to say, right? Like, let me find this picture. Look at that hair. And I'm going to put it in a pen that I've been like really eager to use, but felt like I didn't have the right ink for it. So my Lamy Studio and Piano Black with the gold nib. Is it 14 or 18? I think it's 18. It says on it and I can't read it. Let's get the thing. Let's get the thing in check, because I don't want to get it wrong, and I usually write it down. No, it's 14. I'm glad I wrote it down. I'm glad I checked. Okay, so. It's interesting because Golden Gate, it is more, it's like a pinkish. But we're going with it because the thought of the Golden Gate is like, reminds me of the hair color. The blind is blowing and hitting against the window thing. Let us move you up a little bit. The chickens next door are gone. We saw them being carried away. I don't know what happened to them. My hope is that they're in a end of life care place for chickens. Okay, well, we got a fill that we got. I was not great at filling that. I'm not gonna lie. That was sloppy. Cleaning it off. Here's a question for you, those of you out there. Who has been to the Golden Gate Bridge? It's interesting because I hadn't been to it very frequently. And then when I moved into the place I was in, when I moved in 2019, here, let's do this while we're here. The move, I basically took the Golden Gate for a lot of it. Back and forth and back and forth. And I'll be honest, it's still beautiful to me every time, especially the view coming from the North Bay southward. You are like driving, there's all these hills, there's a tunnel, and you come through the tunnel and then it's like bam. And the view there is amazing. So this is Colorverse. This is just called Golden Gate, right? San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. Lamy Studio. Hey, that's what I did yesterday too. Piano black. I think that's why I thought of this today. I was like, 13 karat medium, almost certainly. Because I was like, I want to use that pen because I saw it. Then these, yeah. Today, we have ripe bananas that need using, and I pulled out a bunch of cookbooks and to decide a recipe, and had like 5 choices to pick between. And I was leaning towards one very strongly. And then my partner came downstairs and he was like, what? And I just kind of nodded over at the table on which all these cookbooks were open. He's like, what? And I'm like, go look. Oh, put away my paintbrush. And he pointed to one. He's like, that one. Which was one of my top 2 contenders. It's one I've been meaning to make, but it's a involved recipe. It's from my cookbook from the San Francisco Bakery, Tartine. Phenomenal. If you're ever in the city, I highly recommend. And it's their banana cream pie, which has also a layer of chocolate across the crust and caramel. So a lot of components, which I would do. I actually want to make it for one of my other brothers for his birthday because he would appreciate it for sure. We talked about it. But then the other option, I said, well, not this one. And I turned the page to the picture and he said, yes, that one, which is Claire Saffitz's, it's hard to say, banana cream, like sesame banana cream pie. So, except it's a tart. But I'm going to make that. And I'm looking forward to it. However, I got to go to the store and buy some stuff. I got to get sour cream and heavy cream for it. And the funny thing is we have all these egg whites. And this recipe calls for even more egg yolks. But now I will definitely have enough egg whites to make angel food cakes, which I'm very excited about. By the way, here's the dried splat of Big 4 ice. Gorgeous. Let us move on. Move these out of the way to go up there. I think this is in screen, whatever, Maria, you know what you mean. Okay. "30 days. I'm considering using a bigger size of one of these notebooks for my daily journal, if I don't make my own. This was, when was this? What year was this? 2023. For the pen show. I didn't write that anywhere else. I'll have to write it. I'll have to go back and add it. But for now, we have to splat. Come on. Hook. Okay, let's make this look like the bridge. I don't think that looks like the bridge, everybody. Failed that one. I had such high hopes. Not really. I like that the lines are coming through. Is that showing for you? I don't know that it is. Well, we'll see if it shows up tomorrow. Where do you sit so that you don't close? Oh, let's look at these now. This is SF Pen Show. '23. Oh, it was right here, 2023 in parentheses. So this one is more or less dry. This one is still drying. And I think it's not coming through, but there's a lot of sheen on here. The sun went behind a cloud, so. And this one is not showing any sheen, which is shocking, to be honest. It is coming through on the writing, though I don't know that you're seeing it. But here is today. So I hope you didn't mind my little foray into the past. Little Maria. Wasn't she a cutie? Look how light my hair was, though. So my family always thought of me as like blonde. Because as a kid, I kind of was. But definitely not now. I think that's it. We've blathered on a lot. So, you know, that's as it is. This I'm excited for. Ooh, the gold is really coming across. Oh. Okay, let's zoom a little, see if we can get you in there. No, I don't think it's showing. Oh, wow. We tried. Lesson learned, never try. Just kidding. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Bye.